Hey cooks, want some fresh apple pie out your own kitchen? We got you. We're gonna start off today. We've got some Gala apples. Now use what you want. We had these laying around. We'll grab our knife. Now we're gonna go ahead and brush these off and wash them first. Now if you got some Granny Smith apples, go ahead. We had these laying around, about 9 or 10. So we're gonna go ahead and wash these off. Again, make sure you brush your apples, get any dirt or debris off. Now that they're washed and clean, we've scrubbed them. We're gonna go ahead and peel the skin off with our peeler. Now here's my peeler. I started with it, but it's a little bit dull. But just to show you what to do, from top to bottom, you want to peel off all that outer skin. Watch those fingers. Try to hold it away so your fingers are not near the peeler when you're cutting down. T's is a lot more sharper, so I'm going to go ahead and use hers. And we'll speed the video up, as again, we're just peeling off the skin off all the apples. This is an easy task, easy to do, so we're going to get them all peeled. Now that the apple's undressed, let's go ahead and we're gonna cut them down. So all of our apples are unskinned and we're gonna cut them into 4 big slices. We just wanna cut the core out. Place it down on your cutting board so the apple doesn't run on you. And then we're gonna cut these into smaller pieces. Main thing is you don't want any skin on it and you wanna get the core out of there. There it is. We'll get rid of this. You can recycle this or put in your gardening. And we're gonna speed the video up. All we're doing is slicing all the pieces down into small, thin apple slices. I would say anywhere for about 1 inch thick. Once we've chopped down all our apples, we're gonna go ahead and place these in a big bowl. Now apples can turn brown on you, so to prevent that, as you can see, old school trick, we got a little bit of lemon juice here. Just pour a little bit on there, no exact measurements. You don't have to go crazy. I would say less than a teaspoon or so, because you're gonna use some later. T's got our glass bowl. Now we got some Pillsbury pie crust here. Use whatever you have. Sometimes we use Kroger Fry store crust. They didn't have any, so we have some Pillsbury this time. Usually it'll come in a 2-pack like this. You can go ahead and cut the plastic and take one of them out. These will have to be unthawed and be very gentle when unrolling them. They can tear. So use your fingers gently. As you can see, T is just unrolling it. And you want to just lay it over your pie pan. You don't want to tear it or get a hole in it, so be very gentle. Spread it to the edge. Try not to get any big wrinkles or tears in it if you can. Again, just be as gentle as possible, cooks. We'll come back to this later. Now we've got our mixing bowl. So those apples that we cut up earlier, see, they haven't turned yet. We're gonna go ahead and place them in our bowl and add our sugars. We also got 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, or if you don't have that, you can use 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Now in a pre-mixed bowl, we've got all of our sugars, 3/4 cups granulated sugar. We've also got 1/8 teaspoon of allspice, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. We're gonna go ahead and take our wooden spoon and just mix this up. Give it a good stir so the sugar, the cornstarch is all on top of the apples, nice and glazed. Let's bring our pie crust back from earlier. Now we've spreaded it to the edge, but don't press it down because you're gonna need to crimp these edges later. Let's go ahead and pour in our apples. Like what you see? Click subscribe and check out our channel for some more good eats. And you want all those juices and sugars to pour in too. So make sure you grab a spatula. Yeah, get that juice out of there. You're gonna want that. Try to spread your apples around. Remember, if you use Granny Smith apples, you will have more pie filling, but again, we only had Gala apples. As you can see, T is pointing out the edge of the crust. Remember to leave this off the glass. You don't want to press it down yet. As T is gonna go ahead and roll out our top crust, this is the second one that comes in the box.
Delicious.
And just lay it right over the top. It's so easy to do. Now here's the hard part, and it's not really hard. Remember we said don't press your bottom crust to the edge of the glass? Here's why. You're gonna lift it up a little bit and just take the top crust and roll it over and just pinch it with your fingers. It doesn't have to look pretty because we're gonna fix that later. So we're gonna go ahead around the whole 360 of the pie and let's just curl and press. Curl and press. Curl and press. T's finished up. Now you can come back as the dough is pliable and you can go ahead and make it look pretty as best as you want. Just leave about a 2-inch crimp. This will give it a nice crust when it comes out the oven. You'll see. Wait, T forgot one thing. You want this to vent a little bit, so she's gonna go ahead and grab the knife and make a couple of slices. Doesn't have to be perfect, but put about 4 to 6 slices in there. That way your pie can breathe and the steam can come out. This way your top crust won't be so gooey or mushy. Place in the middle rack and bake for 15 minutes. Remove from the oven and you can cover the edges of the pie with some foil just to prevent browning or over browning on the edges, and then bake for 25 minutes more, or until the apples are tender and the crust is golden flaky brown. All done. As you can see, it's nice and golden, but be very careful, cooks. Remember that hot apple and sugar sauce is gonna be a hot liquid, so make sure you don't spill this on yourself. It's gonna flow out from those cuts. Now I know it looks good, but you can't eat it yet. It's too hot. You're gonna wanna let this cool for about 3 hours in the fridge. So we've wrapped it up just with some saran wrap. This way no other smells in the fridge get to it. We're gonna let it cool and then cut and put some whipped cream on it and eat.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful. It's set as it's had time to chill and it's ready to slice. We hope you enjoy this super easy and scrumptious recipe for apple pie, y'all. As always, thanks for baking with B&T.